Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're covering the most important news from the United States and around the world. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's get started with today's top headlines. The Federal Aviation Administration is implementing a phased reduction of flight operations at 40 major U.S. airports, starting with a 4% cut this week and gradually increasing to 10% by mid-November. The plan comes as the federal government shutdown continues. Thousands of air traffic controllers are working without pay, leading to hundreds of flight cancellations and widespread scheduling disruptions at major hubs. Travelers are urged to check their flight status, expect delays, and remain flexible as the shutdown impacts air travel nationwide. The United States Senate has rejected a bipartisan resolution that would have required the president to obtain congressional approval for military action in Venezuela. The vote was extremely close, 51 to 49, mostly along party lines. Supporters of the resolution argued that it was crucial for maintaining legislative oversight, while opponents claimed it could hamper timely executive action in a region of strategic importance. Critics warned that the lack of required congressional approval could increase the risk of unauthorized military interventions. Apple Incorporated released its latest quarterly earnings, showing stronger-than-expected sales of iPhones and MacBooks. Analysts note that this resilience in consumer demand is particularly notable given broader economic uncertainties, and it could bode well for the upcoming holiday shopping season. While other sectors have shown signs of slowdown, tech continues to provide a bright spot for investors and consumers alike. The report also hints at potential new product launches and innovations that could sustain momentum in the months ahead. The Federal Reserve announced it will maintain interest rates at their current level, aiming to balance ongoing inflation concerns with the need to support economic growth. Market responses were moderately positive, but analysts caution that prolonged government shutdowns, combined with structural pressures in the economy, may pose challenges for sustained growth. Businesses and consumers are keeping a close eye on upcoming data releases for signs of inflationary trends or shifts in spending patterns. In a local initiative, cities including Denver are allocating emergency funds to support air traffic controllers and airport staff affected by the federal shutdown. This action highlights the ripple effects of federal policy stalemates on local economies, infrastructure, and public services. City leaders emphasize the importance of community support to ensure essential services continue uninterrupted, while residents are reminded of the tangible impact of national politics on everyday life. Shifting to world news, here are the top global stories. Brazil is hosting the COP30 climate summit in Belém, with global leaders gathering to discuss urgent climate action. Tensions are high, as concerns grow over whether the United States might remain absent or play a disruptive role in negotiations. Diplomats emphasize that coordinated international efforts are crucial to address climate change effectively, while the summit highlights pressing issues such as deforestation, emissions reduction, and sustainable development initiatives. The world is watching closely, as decisions made here could shape environmental policy for decades. A powerful geomagnetic storm triggered by solar flares from the sun is expected to make the northern lights visible across 22 U.S. states and parts of Europe. Scientists highlight that such events are rare and offer spectacular visual displays, while also reminding the public of the potential impacts on satellites, GPS systems, and electrical grids. Authorities are advising caution for sensitive electronic devices during the storm, and stargazers are eagerly preparing to witness this natural phenomenon. Heavy rainfall in southern Italy has caused severe flooding, forcing evacuations and disrupting local communities. While no major casualties have been reported, damage to infrastructure and homes is significant, prompting emergency services to coordinate relief efforts. Experts note that changing climate patterns are contributing to increasingly frequent extreme weather events worldwide, emphasizing the need for improved preparedness and resilient infrastructure. In diplomacy news, the United States hosted leaders from 5 Central Asian nations, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan to discuss strategic access to rare earth minerals crucial for industry and technology. Kazakhstan also announced its intention to join the Abraham Accords, signaling a significant moment in global diplomacy. Analysts suggest that this summit could strengthen trade relationships, foster regional cooperation, and create new opportunities for technological advancement. After nearly 4 decades in public office, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced she will not seek re-election in 2026. Her departure marks the end of a historic era in U.S. politics, and speculation is rising about the future leadership of her party. Political analysts note that this change may affect legislative priorities, committee leadership, and the overall balance of power in Congress, making the coming election cycle particularly pivotal. That's all for today's news, folks. Stay informed, stay safe, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next update. See you tomorrow for another round of important news.